It's so painful that some people in this world seem to think that I would have it in me.
There is no place in this world with zero crimes. One way or the other, many people ends up in some sort of unlawful thing. It's said that regretting what we did wrong is the best way to express sorry. But after ending someone's life or sexually assaulting a woman, is there any use in getting regrets? Courtrooms are always a place of the melodrama of convicts. Today, we will see the 20 craziest reactions of convicts after being given a life sentence. Number 20. Dylan Schumacher killed his baby just because he couldn't tolerate its crying and tantrums. But he is acting in the courtroom like he is sorry about what he did and is shedding fake tears. But the judge found out that those were only the dramatic plan of this 17-year-old boy to get excused from heavy punishments.
I think I did that. I didn't mean to.
Number 19. This 19-year-old boy fired into a Halloween crowd non-stop, and 4 people got seriously injured. His name is Brandon Spencer. Brandon admits that he had made mistakes and insists he is not a bad guy during his court trial. He got a punishment of 40 years in prison. Number 18. Martise Fuller, who killed and shot her ex-girlfriend and injured her mother, is acting nice during his trial. Though her mother testified that she saw him shooting, Martise Fuller denied that. We can see him sitting with that fake innocent face during his trials.
I heard a shot. I stopped in my doorway and I looked at him and I said, "Oh my God, Martise." I said, "Please, you don't have to do this."
Number 17. This man killed a lady and brutally injured her boyfriend. He was punished with a life sentence without parole. This man had the guts to kill people, but see what happens when he hears about the punishment. He sobs and falls down.
Life without parole as to count 4 for the offense of attempted murder.
Number 16. Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari pushed their only daughter to death. The couple who believed in a religious way didn't take care of their child's health, and they did not have any trust in medicines. What they believed was that God would save the daughter. But unfortunately, the 10-month-old died. Now let's see the couple's reaction in the courtroom.
When was the last time you had contact with a child?
Last night,
After realizing what they did was terrible and they have to spend their lives resting in prison, the couples are in shock, and Tatiana is crying aloud.
That you murdered one Mary Welch. That is a charge called homicide felony murder. It is life without parole. It requires a DNA sample to be taken upon arrest, which is often like a cotton swab or in the inside of your cheek. Welch. It is a felony, possible penalty of up to life imprisonment or any term of years less than life.
Number 15. Michael Brady tried to escape from the prison, and while attempting the escape, he killed 4 workers. Michael seems to be a psycho because just look at the video and how he is reacting to questions from the judge. He had his attitude in each of his words. Michael answered all the questions in a manner that he had done nothing.
Murder is a different name for a death, but yes.
Your freedom meant more than their lives.
Yes.
Number 14. This is the story of a lady who killed her ex-husband by taking the help of her boyfriend. Meet the lady Diana Lovejoy, who killed her ex-husband because he demanded their son's custody and some dollars. Diana accepts her fault during the trial and even faints in the courtroom.
It's so painful that some people in this world seem to think that I would have it in me to do this.
Number 13. Marquis Lloyd, who killed his pregnant girlfriend, a police officer, is acting innocent in the courtroom. He shouts out that he is not aware of anything and every charge against him is just framed. Number 12. Here we can see a convict giving his trial. He is explaining how bad he feels about the crimes that he did. He is George Gowell Thomas, a gang leader who was a dark dream even for his rivals. He was charged with various crimes and even guided some crimes when he was in jail too.
Today, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm not saying I regret it but what I know for a fact, if I could have changed some things, I wouldn't be here where I'm now.
Number 11. Lisandro Posada Vasquez and his mates brutally killed a 17-year-old boy and were sentenced to life. But if zoom into his face, we can see his attitude. He has zero guilty for what he did. Reports that Lisandro showed no remorse for his crime throughout the trial. Number 10. Esteban Carpio is punished with a life sentence for killing a fellow policeman. We can see in the video that he confessed to what he did and felt sorry for the crime. But what is crazier is that his mother also cries and shouts for his release as if her son has not done any mistake. Number 9. This man in the video is being punished for a series of crimes he did. During the trial, his lawyer tries to convince the court that this man did all those bizarre things due to drugs, so he must be excused a little. But the court gives him a life sentence. Now, the convict is pleading for a break and creating all those final minutes of drama, but everything went futile. Number 8. Anthony Rodriguez kidnapped and sexually assaulted a 25-year-old lady and was given 25 years in prison as punishment. Though he uttered no words during the trial or felt no regret for what he did, soon as his punishment was declared, he changed his attitude. He started talking and pleading to the judge with watery eyes. Number 7. Kayla Mendoza drove her vehicle on the wrong side and killed 2 women. She was sentenced to 24 years in prison. This lady was really sorry for what she did during his trial. We can see her crying and apologizing, which seems to be from her heart. Number 6. Jordan Fuss was drinking and driving his car at about 90 miles per hour and hit another car on his way. A 6-year-old kid died in the crash, and he was punished for prison many years. But this man seems to regret in real for what he did. We can see him crying so badly and even asking sorry to the family of that dead kid. Number 5. This 14-year-old boy, Antonio Barbeau, is being punished for killing his grandmother by hitting her head using a hammer. The court ordered 36 years of prison for the boy. We can see in the video that Antonio is going through various emotions. At once, he is smiling, and later he is crying. Towards the end of the trial, the boy is sobbing non-stop and can't even read his apology statement. Number 4. This convict in the video holds many charges against him. This guy is Manson Bryant, accused of a home invasion and robbery. We could see that this guy was making a big scene with the judge by yelling at him. The cops and lawyers are struggling to force him out of the courtroom. Anyway, he got the punishment of being in prison for 28 years. Number 3. Tony Framer, an 18-year-old boy, kidnapped his ex-girlfriend and assaulted her. For this crime, the court punishes him with 4 years inside bars. But after hearing the order from the court, we can see that this boy, who is also a good basketball player, outbursts in tears and pleads for help. He also said that he feels guilty for what he did. Number 2. Adrian Dunn is charged with a life sentence for killing a 24-year-old guy. Adrian shot this guy in his back. Though his lawyer tried to get the punishment of 30 or 40 years in prison, the court ordered a life sentence. After hearing this, we can see that Adrian Dunn goes violent, shouting and calling many names. He also tried to fight with the cops, probably to make an escape from the courtroom. Number 1. Here we can see the tension rising between the judge and the convict under trial. This is Franklin Williams, who has done 3 armed robberies. The non-stop talking of the convict creates a real mess inside the trial room. We can see that. Franklin is interrupting even his lawyer, and his undisciplined attitude makes even the judge go mad, and we can see that the judge asks him to shut his mouth. But Franklin shows no interest in what the judge says, and at last, the cops are compelled to tape his mouth to keep him quiet. Do you guys think these last-minute dramas by the convicts are worthy? Or does that even make any sense after doing all those brutal crimes? Is there any use in shedding tears? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find our video exciting, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, ring the bell icon and stay updated with us. See you around.